If you're over 60, you've probably heard that all fruit is healthy. Mostly true, but not the whole story. Certain fruits or forms of fruit can be a problem for some seniors because of medication interactions, blood sugar spikes, kidney issues, reflux, or even food safety. Others are everyday powerhouses that support your heart, brain, digestion, and energy. In this voiceover, I'll walk you through the 4 fruits to avoid or handle very carefully, and the 4 you'll want to eat most days. The title is dramatic, real talk, no single fruit is poison for everyone and none is a magic cure. This is educational, not medical advice. If you have diabetes, kidney or heart disease, reflux, IBS, or you take regular medications, please personalize these tips with your clinician or pharmacist. Before we dive into the lists, 2 simple principles make fruit work for you. First, choose whole fruit over juice or sugary smoothies. Whole fruit brings fiber that slows sugar absorption, protects your gut, and keeps you full. Second, mind your portions and pair fruit with protein or healthy fat, like yogurt, nuts, or eggs, to steady your blood sugar and energy. For most seniors, 2 to 3 servings of fruit per day is a sweet spot, where 1 serving is about 1 small piece of fruit or 1 cup of berries or cut fruit. Let's start with the worst list, the 4 fruits to avoid or handle with real caution. Number 4 is grapefruit and its close cousins, Seville oranges, often used in marmalade, and pomelos. These citrus fruits can interfere with how your body processes many medications by blocking an enzyme in the gut and liver. That can raise the level of your medicine in the bloodstream and increase side effects. The common drug groups include some statins for cholesterol, like simvastatin and, for some people, atorvastatin, certain blood pressure medicines, some heart rhythm drugs, some anti-anxiety or sleep medicines, and a few others. If you're on any daily prescription, ask your pharmacist if grapefruit, Seville oranges, or pomelo are safe for you. If there's any doubt, choose regular sweet oranges, mandarins, clementines, lemons, or limes instead. They give you the vitamin C and flavonoids without the medication risks. If you already enjoy grapefruit and your clinician says it's okay with your exact medicines, keep portions modest and consistent, or skip it on days you take the interacting drug. Number 3 is star fruit, also called carambola, for anyone with kidney disease. Star fruit contains natural compounds that can build up when kidneys don't clear them well, sometimes causing serious symptoms like hiccups that won't stop, confusion, seizures, or worse in people with chronic kidney disease or on dialysis. If you have any level of kidney disease, the safest move is to avoid star fruit entirely. If your kidneys are healthy, an occasional serving is generally fine, but it's not a necessary fruit to include. For a safer alternative with similar brightness and bite, try kiwi or orange segments. Both bring vitamin C and fiber without the kidney risk. Number 2 is dried fruit and fruit juice as everyday snacks. The issue isn't the fruit itself, it's the concentration. A small handful of raisins, dates, or dried mango can pack the sugar of 2 to 4 servings of fresh fruit, and juice is essentially fruit sugar without the fiber break. For many seniors, especially with diabetes, prediabetes, fatty liver, or dental concerns, these forms can cause quick blood sugar spikes and feed mouth bacteria that drive cavities. If you love dried fruit, keep it purposeful and small, like 2 or 3 prunes for regularity or bone health benefits, ideally paired with a handful of nuts or a yogurt to slow the sugar hit. For juice, reserve it for treating a low blood sugar if you're on insulin or certain diabetes medications, or skip it. When you want something sweet, reach for whole fruit first and sip water or tea. Number 1 on the handle carefully list is very large portions of high-sugar tropical fruits, especially on an empty stomach, if you have diabetes, insulin resistance, or you're working on weight and energy stability. Mangoes, very ripe bananas, jackfruit, and big bowls of grapes or cherries are delicious and nutritious, but in large amounts they can spike blood sugar quickly. That doesn't mean you can never eat them. It means use smart portions and pairing. Try half a mango instead of a whole one, a small or half banana, ideally slightly green for more resistant starch, a small cupped handful of grapes, or a half cup of cherries. Pair them with protein or fat, yogurt, cottage cheese, a few nuts, or a boiled egg, and you'll tame the spike and feel better afterward. If your glucose meter or CGM shows large spikes, rotate more often to lower glycemic fruits like berries, apples, pears, and kiwi. And if your potassium tends to run high because of kidney issues or medications like ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics, be mindful with large banana and orange portions. Your clinician can guide you on what's safe for your labs. A quick safety note before we switch lists: seniors are at higher risk for foodborne illness. Pre-cut melons and fruit trays can be convenient but sometimes carry bacteria if handled or stored poorly. When possible, wash whole fruit, cut it yourself, refrigerate promptly, and finish leftovers within a day or two. And for your teeth, acidic fruits like oranges, pineapples, and kiwi can soften enamel temporarily. Rinse your mouth with water after eating and wait 30 minutes before brushing. Now for the fun part, the 4 fruits you'll want to eat daily or near daily. Number 4 is citrus, excluding grapefruit if you're on interacting medications. Oranges, mandarins, clementines, and lemons and limes bring vitamin C to support immunity and collagen, plus potassium and helpful plant compounds called flavonoids that support heart and vessel health. A medium orange or 2 small mandarins is a perfect serving. If you have reflux, citrus can bother some people. Try smaller amounts with meals and choose mandarins or less acidic varieties if you're sensitive. If iron deficiency is an issue, citrus with meals can actually help you absorb iron from plants and meats. Just avoid drinking tea or coffee right with those meals because they can block iron absorption. Number 3 is kiwi, green or gold. Kiwi offers very high vitamin C, a good dose of fiber, and small seeds that many people tolerate well. Green kiwi fruit in particular has been studied for supporting regularity in gentle, natural ways, a nice perk if constipation slows you down. 1 to 2 kiwis a day is a simple, satisfying serving. They're easy to eat: slice and scoop, or peel and chop into yogurt, oatmeal, or a cottage cheese bowl. If your mouth is sensitive to acidity, pair kiwi with a creamy food like yogurt or add a pinch of cinnamon to soften the bite. Number 2 is apples and pears with the skin on, as long as you can chew comfortably. These fruits are rich in soluble fiber, especially pectin, that helps feed friendly gut bacteria, supports cholesterol balance, and keeps you full between meals. They're also practical, widely available, inexpensive, and sturdy on the counter. A small to medium fruit is a great serving. If you have dentures or sensitive teeth, slice them thin and cook briefly with a splash of water and cinnamon to soften. Pair with a tablespoon of peanut butter or a few walnuts for a steady snack that won't spike your blood sugar. Number 1 on the Eat Daily list is berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, and mixed berry blends, fresh or frozen. Berries are packed with anthocyanins and other polyphenol that support brain and vessel health, while offering plenty of fiber for your gut with relatively modest natural sugars. A cup of berries a day is a fantastic goal, and frozen berries are just as nutritious and much more affordable year-round. Toss them into oatmeal, yogurt, chia pudding, smoothies that aren't loaded with added sugar, or simply enjoy them in a bowl with a spoon. If seeds bother you, choose strawberries or blueberries more often. If you use a blender, blend gently to preserve texture and avoid turning your drink into a sugar bomb. So how do you turn this into a daily routine you'll actually follow? Think about building your day around 2 or 3 purposeful fruit moments that you enjoy. In the morning, you might have a bowl of oatmeal or yogurt topped with a cup of mixed berries and a sliced kiwi. At lunch, finish with a small orange or a handful of mandarin segments. In the afternoon, go for a small apple or pear with a tablespoon of nut butter, or half a banana with a few walnuts. If you love tropical fruits, rotate them in a few times a week in smaller portions and pair them with protein: half a mango after a meal, a small banana in a cottage cheese bowl, or a few cubes of pineapple alongside grilled chicken and vegetables. If you're on medications that interact with grapefruit, stick to oranges and mandarins for your citrus fix. If you're managing blood sugar, check your meter about an hour after trying a new fruit to see how your body responds, and use that feedback to fine-tune portions. Let's map out a simple 7-day rotation you can copy. On day 1, start with berries and yogurt at breakfast, an orange at lunch, and a small apple with a few almonds in the afternoon. On day 2, go with oatmeal and blueberries in the morning, kiwi after lunch, and half a banana with peanut butter as a snack. On day 3, choose cottage cheese with strawberries at breakfast, a pear after lunch, and a few grapes after dinner if your blood sugar allows it. On day 4, try chia pudding with raspberries, a mandarin with lunch, and half a mango paired with Greek yogurt. On day 5, have a berry blend in a smoothie bowl with no added juice, a small orange in the afternoon, and stewed apple slices with cinnamon after dinner. On day 6, enjoy toast with ricotta and sliced pear at breakfast, kiwi after lunch, and a small bowl of cherries paired with a handful of nuts. On day 7, keep it simple, a cup of mixed berries in the morning, a mandarin or 2 at lunch, and half a banana with walnuts later on. Adjust this rotation to your taste, your medications, and your blood sugar goals. A few practical shopping and prep tips keep this easy. Keep a bag or 2 of frozen mixed berries in the freezer, they're budget-friendly, prepped, and ready for bowls and oatmeal. Buy a small pile of oranges or mandarins and store them where you can see them. What's visible gets eaten. Pick up a few kiwis and let them ripen on the counter, then refrigerate. Keep apples and pears in a fruit bowl, but move a couple to the fridge if you need them to last longer. Wash fruit just before you eat it, not days in advance, to help it keep better. If arthritis or grip strength is an issue, choose fruits that are easy to handle and pre-slice a few servings at a time so they're grab and go. Let's troubleshoot common issues so nothing derails you. If fruit gives you reflux, avoid eating fruit on an empty stomach and skip very acidic choices late at night. Pair fruit with protein or dairy and eat smaller amounts at meals instead. If you have IBS or a sensitive gut, some fruits high in certain fermentable sugars, like large portions of apples, pears, mango, and watermelon, can cause bloating. Start with berries, oranges, mandarins, grapes in small amounts, and kiwi, then test others slowly. If blood sugar is your concern, remember the power trio: portion control, pairing with protein/fat, and whole fruit over juice. If you're on blood thinners, fruits don't usually affect vitamin K the way leafy greens do, but always check on grapefruit interactions for other medications. And if potassium runs high in your labs, your clinician may want you to moderate bananas, oranges, and dried fruits, berries, apples, and grapes, in small portions, are often easier to fit. You may be wondering how quickly you'll notice benefits. Many people feel steadier energy and better digestion within a couple of weeks when they shift toward berries, citrus, kiwi, and apples or pears, while cutting back on juice and large portions of very sugary fruits. Over months, these habits, combined with vegetables, protein, whole grains, and daily movement, often support healthier blood pressure, cholesterol, and weight. Remember, progress beats perfection. If you miss a day, simply pick up again tomorrow. Let's recap so it sticks. Avoid or handle carefully the 4 worst categories: grapefruit, Seville oranges, and pomelo if your medications interact, starfruit if you have kidney disease, dried fruit and fruit juice as daily go-tos because they spike sugar and stress teeth, and very large portions of high-sugar tropical fruits on an empty stomach if you're managing blood sugar or weight. And lean into the 4 daily fruits: citrus like oranges and mandarins for vitamin C and heart health, kiwi for vitamin C and gentle regularity, apples and pears with skin for soluble fiber and fullness, and berries for brain and vessel support with minimal sugar. Keep portions sensible, pair fruit with protein or healthy fat, and choose whole fruit over juice. If this helped, tell me in the comments how old you are and which fruit you'll add to your day-to-day. If you want a printable 1-page over 60 fruit guide with portions, pairings, and a 7-day rotation, comment the word fruit and I'll share it with you. For more practical, senior-friendly health tips, please like this video and subscribe. One last reminder, your body and medications are unique. Use this as a starting point and personalize it with your clinician, especially if you manage diabetes, kidney or heart disease, or take daily prescriptions. Keep it simple, consistent, and enjoyable. Whole, colorful fruit, used wisely, can make a real difference in how you feel, one day at a time.